My practice is already doing great. Why would I need to install a system like this? Well, listen, congratulations to you when your practice is doing great. The real question that I would have to you is, are you set up to love the flow for the next 20 to 30 years? And that's what really confronted me. I was always doing very, very well in practice from the moment I opened my doors. And after about 15 years in practice, I'd already achieved some of my early goals, which were to build the practice that I really wanted in terms of the volume and the community presence. But I really was fascinated, and more importantly, I was on a personal quest to make sure that I wasn't leaving subluxation on the table. And of course, I was taught to identify the changes in a patient's spinal neural health in the early days by looking at straight leg raises to see if there was impingement problems. And really the focus was using X-ray to look at structure, and then taking and looking at end-stage pathology in the nervous system and looking at those dermatomal patterns and associating with the what I would refer to as the IVF outward control mechanisms. And then what we would do is we would wish and hope that as those were changing and releasing tension from the nervous system meant feeling better, that we would hope that the patient had that next step, which was to really sit down and say, good, well, you know, you are set up to be well. Well, this is one of the great aspects of looking at this type of neural efficiency index and the ability of the Insight to already look deeper and give you the reportability. I guess the answer to the question that was asked is, why would you, if you already are productive in practice, for the pure joy of knowing that you're not leaving subluxation on the table. But let me tell you my experience as well. For years after I installed this equipment, I started to realize that my retention rates got even better and better. My system right now allows me to hardly take new patients. I don't really need them because I have long-term retention and I see as many of my generational families as I really choose to. But that opened up an enormous opportunity for me to bring in 2 and if not 3 different associates who could take care of the referrals, who could take care of the community outreach, who could take care of the corporate programs that we had in place. We've built a burgeoning practice, and it's been an incredible business model that has legacy built into it, and we have a sophisticated way of developing a business model with the accurate and capable models of clinical interpretation and clinical delivery. So if you ask me why I thought that even if you have a great practice right now, you should look at it, it really speaks loudly to the idea of just building the even greater visionary practice that you perhaps are dreaming of, and putting, if anything, ease back in your system. The one thing I will tell you is that as you have a system that is consistent and allows you to have consistency of communication, the same story is being told when you use the Insight between the doctors, and that matters when you're in a multi-doctor office and you're developing multi-doctor strategies. So, there's many reasons to sit down and look to the future when you have an Insight technology.